Hi, and welcome to Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I'll be doing a collective read today. Now, the way that I do my reads is not that I focus on an energy or a sign or a message in particular. I let it come in naturally. So if you were inspired or inclined to click on this video, maybe there is some sort of message for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with these oracles. Gives me an idea of where the collective is at, my luminaries, those who are follow me, and we'll just get going on that message. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, so allowing the energy to move forward, allowing the viewers and the collective to step forward. If there's something that you all are thinking or feeling or want confirmation or validation for, hold it in your mind. Perhaps that message or the answer will come through for you. Now, don't make it fit. If it's your message, it'll resonate. But if it doesn't, it may be a different message for you on a different day. All right, let's see. Where are my luminaries at today? Where are my luminaries feeling at? What is kind of their overall energy? Okay, so we have 4. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside. Oh, this card decided it wanted to show itself. So strength. I'm gonna take the cards that came out, but this card I'm feeling like it's an exclamation point for some reason. So I'll leave it on the top of the deck like this, and I'll put it back here, like it's an exclamation point for whatever is going on here. So first card, we have rebirth. Okay, so I'm a big fan of the idea of allowing ourselves to move from one chapter to another. And sometimes we have to shed like an old skin to move forward into our new selves. The death and rebirth, the phoenix energy of going through the grit and really kind of almost like we have to burn a little bit. And then we are reborn. We are forged in the fires. Then we have assertiveness. This may be about boundaries, establishing new boundaries. I'm getting the inclination, especially since we have strength here as an exclamation point. Abundance. Okay, love it. So you're recognizing your worth. You're recognizing your sovereignty. You're recognizing that when you speak words, they are parts of your manifestation that add to your reality. If you say things like, I'll be fine, I'm going to get through this, I'm strong enough, I know I'll get through this, that is speaking power into your body. And then we have the Philosopher's Stone. Now, I will what's the word I want to say? I will not make like a Harry Potter's reference. But what I understand about the Philosopher's Stone, it has these, in the lore, in history, and in books and texts, it has like this power, this staying power to keep someone present, to keep someone alive, to keep someone powerful. Take it as you will. I'm being told that the Philosopher's Stone is different for different people. But what I am getting from this, it is a new version of you. You are changing. You are currently alchemizing. You are currently transmuting from where you were to what you're becoming. And what you're becoming is something about, I'm hearing like establishing boundaries and protecting your sovereignty, protecting your abundance, and keeping that going. Keeping it going, keeping it strong. Hold on. I'm hearing let it be part of your new legacy. And then we have the Strength card, like a bullet point, like an exclamation point. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to use what's called character cards. I've been really into using these lately. And it'll give me kind of like aspects of different archetypes or types of persons in the world that maybe you're embodying an aspect of. So we have strength, we have rebirth, this is transmuting, we have assertiveness, like believing in yourself, holding those boundaries, protecting your abundance. And the Philosopher's Stone, a object of lore, of history, of fantasy, whatever you want to call it, that has mystical powers, that has an unknown, almost, I don't want to say ununderstood or not understood, but fabled power, special qualities. I think that has a lot to do with you, and that is part of your abundance. The Philosopher's Stone, yes, it can mean whatever it resonates to you, but I'm kind of getting the inclination that there is something maybe misunderstood about you, or like there's special qualities to you that are untapped. People seek these things and you have them. It's part of this rebirth energy. It's like you're finding out about your sovereignty, creating those boundaries, holding sacred space and protecting your abundance, having the strength to hold within you like special qualities. Interesting. Okay, let's see what these character cards are going to say. I thought a card popped out. Okay. That was weird. I just heard you thought a card fell out. It was I'm hearing people think they know you, but there's like a whole level to you that they don't see or they're unaware of. An inner strength, sovereignty, assertiveness, abundance, special qualities. And this is, I think you're like moving into this energy. And it's not lost on me that we have, a dark moon or a new moon, and we're having that energy around us. Interesting. Okay. What archetype or character traits is the collective, my luminaries? What are they embodying? The singer, resonance, moving hearts, emotion. I'm hearing like throat chakra. There is an untapped special gift within you that you are finding out. There's power in your words. There's power in what you say to people. This special ability that you have. Let's grab another card. This is feeling very like mystical. Creator, weaver of imagination, creativity, innovation, magician energy. You have the voice. The voice. The voice. This is something that happened in a reading I did not that long ago. And then magician energy. I'm hearing, with the idea of the magician energy from like the tarot, you have wands, you have cups, you have pentacles, and you have swords. You have everything, all the tools that you need on your table. And it is, that one, that one wants to come out. You have all these tools on your table, and you create by using your voice. Your voice creates. Your voice holds power. Your voice moves people. This rebirth, you're recognizing that there's a new start coming for you. Let me put these aside. This rebirth is, you realize there's a new start coming for you. It's going to require strength. It's going to require you being assertive, holding boundaries, recognizing your sovereigns, protecting your abundance, and recognizing these special gifts of being able to move people with your voice. And you have what it takes right now to make that happen. Now, I'm not saying that it'll just be like, it'll just happen in a flash. No, but you do have the ability. Let's look at this card. Then we have a clown, jester, comedy, performer. There's something about this card that makes me think that not only does your voice move people, not only do you have magician-like qualities where you have everything that you need to create this new reality, but that your personality is approachable. It's warm. You have the gift of the gab. You have the gift of wit. You can make people laugh. You're a little bit of a performer. Maybe you don't mind being the center of attention at a party, or maybe you actually are a performer. Maybe you are on stage doing spoken word poetry, the voice. Maybe you are, the head of like maybe an art collective and you run the meetings, the voice. Maybe you are a singer, the voice. There's something special, this special ability, something. I'm getting goosebumps. Let me just jump into tarot because I'm getting very strongly that I need to just go ahead and grab cards. Okay, so the collective is finding strength in this new start, this new beginning, this new version of themselves that is, assertive, sovereign, understands their boundaries, recognizes and protects their abundance, has these special abilities to move people with the voice, with the magician energy, having everything you need at your hands right now to create your reality or to manifest your reality or to move towards a goal. And you are very personable. The gift of gab, the gift of the laugh. Maybe a bit of a performer just in your circle of friends, or maybe you are a performer, spoken word, a singer. So what is going to happen for my beautiful luminary who it feels such like a positive energy. It feels like such a positive energy. What is Spirit wanting to tell? Oh, pardon me, move my microphone. And my camera, again, is like, I keep fussing with this thing for the last couple of readings. And again, me taking the time to make sure that that is where I want it to be. It's like this fine-tuned energy, this idea of rebirth where you are leaning into your sovereigns, you're leaning into your sacredness, defining boundaries, recognizing special gifts. This creator energy, this magician energy is also a little bit meticulous. You like things to be ever so. There needs to be a certain, I just heard there needs to be a certain aesthetic as well. Because again, this clown energy or this performer, this comedy, this gift of the gab, this laughter energy, it is all part of these special abilities, this voice, the voice. I keep hearing that, the voice. And this is not the first time that message has come through. Okay, let me just go ahead and get into tarot. Okay, what does Spirit want to tell the collective? Page of Cups. This is the beginning of some emotional fulfillment. Now, it is early stages. It is those first initial, I just heard baby steps, and I'm seeing like a fawn being born and how they're a little bit wobbly on their legs when they first, are born. But shortly, within a couple of hours, they're ready to keep up with, the mom. Or I'm seeing like a little duckling and it's kind of like hobbling along. So it's the early stages of this transmutation, this alchemy. You're at the beginning stages of this kind of rebirth. But it's happening. And this Strength card, I'm seeing fire. I'm seeing a lion. So you might be a Leo, or you might resonate with big cats. Take that as it resonates. Lions and tigers, and, panthers, things like that. Big cat energy. Okay, so continuing forward. Oh. Then we have the Emperor, again, fire energy. So what we have at the beginning is like baby steps. We have duckling, we have little fawn. We're kind of wobbly, but it doesn't take very long to establish themselves in the world, to be able, as young and as new as they are in this rebirth, they know how to survive. They know they must keep up. They know they must persevere, that they have the strong instinct to move. And you're not in that energy very long before you move into this emperor energy of understanding what needs to be done, leadership, passion, diplomacy, logic, wisdom. Like, you understand. Take this as it resonates. I feel like the collective that I'm talking to right now is in the age ranges of like 35 to 65. Like, I'm talking, I feel like I'm talking to established adults. Now, if you're younger and this resonates, please take that, please. But I have to speak as I'm feeling, and this feels like I'm talking to an established adult who may be making big life changes. Maybe it's a career change. Maybe it is, moving from the ending of one big relationship to writing the next chapter of your life, and saying to yourself, what does that look like? How can I speak the new life that I want for myself into existence? I'm hearing, be mindful of what you say, because you are a powerful person. And just because I'm saying maybe you might be a little bit of a performer, it doesn't mean that you are always out in social circles. You just might be very, very charming. I'm getting the inclination as well that as much as you have like the gift of gab, or like a quick wit, or maybe you have a plethora of movie and song quotes in your head that you use sprinkled throughout your day, you also take a lot of time and pride in your private life. Like, you like to protect, again, boundaries. I was talking about recognizing your strength, recognizing your boundaries. This feels like some sort of life change. And it feels good. It feels like the beginning start. It doesn't feel like it is like you're further down, that this reading is catching you at these beginning stages, as you're recognizing, like, things are changing, and I have the power to make those changes. I'm becoming a new version of myself. I'm establishing boundaries, protecting my abundance. I have something special about me that maybe I didn't realize before, but now I do. I'm hearing, again, the voice. Maybe the voice is, you don't say a whole lot, but when you do, you say something profound. Okay, so Emperor energy, fire energy. This is Aries energy as well. So if that resonates, I did say Leo, and now I'm saying Aries. So this feels like fire signs are all kind of weaved through here. Or alternatively, if you resonate with large cats like lions and tigers, or if you resonate with horned animals like rams and goats, take it as it resonates. Okay, moving forward. Then we have Hermit in reverse. You spent a lot of time already in Hermit energy. So much so, I hear it's overdue. Like, you spent a lot of time inward journeying. But now is a time where you're coming out of Hermit energy, and you recognize, yes, I have these attributes about myself. I realize that I have more ability, more power, more sovereignty than I actually gave myself credit for. My voice, the power that I have to manifest or to create my world, is bigger and more tangible than I realized. Now it's about taking action. Again, I said Leo and I said Aries, and fire signs are about action. It is time to take action. Now, you can still like dip into that Hermit energy, when needed, but this is more about, like, you've done a lot of thinking already. Now it's time to come out of the hermit energy. To stop thinking about things and start putting things into action. Then we have the Six of Wands. Wands, fire energy, that is success. That is being lauded for your efforts. That's people recognizing what you do, the time, the effort, the ambition, the assertiveness, your prowess, your skill, your dedication is people patting you on the back. Now, I don't believe, and I just heard, I don't need someone patting me on the back. Yes, I understand. But that doesn't mean that people aren't going to notice the positive change that you're making. That's not going to stop people from being good for you. Good for you. People are going to recognize the change. And more importantly, this is a sense of accomplishment for you. This is a sense of accomplishment for you. What else? Oop. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. This is what you're doing, this journey, this using the voice, recognizing you have creator energy, that you have everything at your fingertips to kind of rewrite how your life is going. You're moving from an old life to a new life. Strength. 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. Whatever it is that you are thinking about is going to lead to some sort of emotional fulfillment. Now, it could be job, it could be maybe even hobby, turning from hobby into like a great passion, a passion project. Maybe you're making, like I said earlier, an employment change. Maybe what you once did for so many years is kind of phasing out, and now you're trying a new thing. This is why I feel like this, if it resonates and you're younger, that's great. Let it apply in the way that it resonates with you. But what I'm feeling I feel like I'm reading for someone who's in the age range of like 35 to 65, an established adult who's kind of striking out and trying something different, trying something new, whether it's professional, personal, romantic, platonic, family, something that they're trying to kind of navigate and to rebalance. Oh my gosh, there was more than I thought. Then we've got Temperance. Temperance is Sagittarian energy, which is fire sign again. So all the fire signs are being represented here. We have Leo, we have Aries, we have Sagittarius. It may be, this is obviously a fire sign reading, and we're in April, which is, the fiery Aries season. And we're in the year of the fire horse. So it makes sense that there's lots of this moving and shaking happening. And it's really, there's lots of ambition in it. But aside from that, we have emotional fulfillment with what you're pursuing. But it also is something that would make you feel more centered, that feels more authentic to you, that pulls less on you or drains less from you and pours back into you. Take that as it resonates. It came out for a reason, but whether or not, whatever aspect of life this has to do, the emotional fulfillment is balance, because it's not just pulling from you, it's pouring back into you, which is, it could be a sense of accomplishment, or it could be understanding, finding your soul tribe, or finding that beautiful relationship, or, allowing yourself to really dream the dream of moving your hobby to a passion project. Whatever it is more balanced, and it will give you fulfillment. And then we have Knight of Pentacles closing out this reading. I have to move these cards over a little bit because I'm running out of room. But Knight of Pentacles is, I don't know why I do this. It's probably because, I heard it once and now I can't not hear it. The Knight of Pentacles makes me think of Beyonce or like Taylor Swift in some ways. And I don't even really listen to that music, but it makes me think of these kind of all the single ladies, like successful, powerful women. That doesn't mean you have to be a woman, but it does showcase this strong independence and tapping into feminine energy. So the arts, creation, intuition, that sort of thing. Abundance in that. This is in the minor arcana. I see the Nine of Pentacles as the minor arcana's Empress energy. This is someone who's balanced, who is happy, who is fulfilled, who is understanding their sovereignty and their abundance. They hold strength. They understand the process of waxing and waning and moving from one chapter to progress forward. It is abundance in whatever way you view abundance. This reading is for those who've been asking the question, is this the right move? So if this confirms or validates you, then I'm glad. Maybe it just gives you some perspective, or maybe it was just a nice story to hear. But at any rate, that is the reading that I have for today. Fire signs, this seems to be your reading because you're all weaving through here. And I'm seeing a lot of action, a lot of movement, a lot of determination, a lot of belief in self. And I love that for you. This is Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I will see you next week.